Hello, my name is Carol, and I have started this Ancestral Tarot Study Group um, to have a little bit more intention around starting my ancestral practice in, in my regular spiritual practice, my witchcraft practice. So I'm glad you're here and I hope you join us. And this video is just going to be walking through this syllabus or curriculum, however you want to think about it. But I am not teaching this class. This is not a class. I'm not teaching anything. I'm learning alongside you, and I'm planning on following this. And I'm just sharing this with you. And I plan to post, a couple times a week in all the places. But our main space for chat will be the Discord server, Drumlin Pagan Learning Grove Discord server. I do have to change this link, and once I do, I will update that to all the places. I think right now um, we have an announcement in the Madison Pagans Facebook group, the Witches of Madison Pagan or Witches of Madison Facebook group, Circle of Kindreds Facebook group. And so all of those Facebook groups will, I'll post it, and I'll also post the journal prompts for each week, and also in the Discord server for Circle of Kindreds, as well as the Drumlin Pagan Learning Grove. So I won't be checking all of those messages in those groups all of the time, but I will occasionally. Our main place that we will live on is the Drumlin Pagan Learning Grove Discord server, and I hope you will join us there. We'll also have monthly voice chats on Discord, which will be announced on the channel. So you would be missing a lot if you didn't join the channel. And I just want to invite you to just feel free to engage in the syllabus below as you wish and start or join any conversations on the Discord channel. You can do any part of this at all or none of it. This is my attempt to contribute more generously in the groups that I belong to, and I hope you enjoy it and are excited to join us on this journey. So I'm just going to walk through it. This part here is just a little bit of a blurb about what we're doing, and then we have some materials needed right here. The two books that we're starting with. Hopefully you've gotten those already by Nancy Hendrickson. Kindreds has Circle of Kindreds now has a zine. And Jessica M. Starr, who is Jessica and the Moon, on Facebook and also on Instagram. And she also has a YouTube channel. All of those things are wonderful. She has great videos, but now we have a Kindred zine, which has amazing articles by our Kindred's members in the Circle of Kindreds, and it's well worth the $10 that it costs to buy it. So the links to those will be in the right here. If you see it right here, this will be where you can find it on Jessica and the Moon's website. So yeah, that's that. And then of course the tarot deck. a journal or a notebook to record your spreads, altar supplies, and other divination tools as desired. I wrote a list of things you might want to consider for journal spreads or notebook spreads. Those are all optional. Again, I'm not teaching a course. There's no, I'm not going to be checking up on your work or anything like that. So that's entirely up to you and totally self-directed. So here is basically the main crux of each of the months. We'll be doing this from November through February. So just to let you know, this is not just a month-long thing. We're spreading it out over time because we know that the holidays are coming up as well. And I just wanted to give us all plenty of time to get through the material. And, you know, it might be kind of hard for some people to do ancestral work. If you have ancestors that you, that were, you know, not great ancestors or not great family members. And so it might be challenging to do this work. There's a great article about that. If you're interested in that, in the Kindreds magazine about trauma and ancestral work. And I think it's featured in one of these weeks here. I think it's in December, maybe. I can't remember now. But, oh, right here. So Kate in our circle wrote When Your Ancestors Are the Cause of Trauma. And so she wrote that article, and so that's where it's located in the Kindreds magazine. That'll be in December that you can read that, or anytime. Like I said, this is just a guide, and you can move things around as you wish. So we're starting out in November with the descent into darkness and ancestral communion. So our study focus is an introduction to ancestral practice. And then we had a little kickoff chat on Samhain. And then we're just getting ready for the journey here. So Michelle, one of our Circle of Kindred members, wrote a great article for the Kindreds magazine, Listening in the Dark. Again, so with some really great ideas for getting started on doing this work. And then we have some introductory materials here and some exercises in those materials. There's also a suggestion to set up a dedicated ancestral altar or winter shrine, and then plan to offer a cup of tea or warm drink to your ancestors at least once a week. So that's a nice practical thing to get started. And then there's some ideas from Benny Bell Wen in this blog post here if you're interested. And there's actually a blessing in that blog post for the work moving forward. I've actually planning on writing that in my journal as a regular blessing that I'll use each time I dedicate some time to work with my ancestors. I'll light a candle, a little incense, do that little blessing at the beginning, and a little bit of a closing prayer after the session with my ancestors each time I do that work. And so, and it doesn't take that long. I think it's like 4 phrases for both of them, the beginning blessing and the ending blessing. So yeah, that's something that you should could do if you wanted to. I'd also invite you to consider doing a full moon ritual. I did say here 11/5, but you could do them. I mean, we will have 4 full moons each month, one each month, for this work that we're doing. So, and I'm planning on doing one, a full moon ritual on Saturday, January 3rd. So that is my intention anyway. So, and if you do decide to do a full moon ritual, there's a guided meditation here that you can do, that I linked to you for you to try out, from Insight Timer. That seemed like really pleasant and very nice to do. So, and then there's a list of some exercises, spreads, journal prompts, and the readings that you can do. And then these journal prompts are ones that I came up with that I'll probably post in the socials, Facebook and Discord weekly. So we have, these journal prompts, and then we'll have some more down here for this second week. And then for the third week, we have some more prompts here. Those are ones that I've come up with, but there's more prompts in each of these chapters. So again, like I said before, this is all optional. These are all things meant to help you think about what you're reading, and what you're taking in, and I hope it's helpful to you. So yeah. So this first week here is just an introduction to the work. And then the second week is all about gathering your tools for the journey, talking about tarot decks and oracle decks and other tools. And then week 3 is where we get into some more meaty stuff. So where we're actually going to do a little traveling beyond the veil and start to meet the ancestors. So there's a really nice video from Benny Bell-Wen and a blog post about Ancestral Tarot, the book. And she has some really cool stuff to say about that, and some journal prompts for you. And then we have week 4 of November, which is Thanksgiving week. So, do as much or as little as you like of that. This is where we start, well, actually we did start a little bit, no, in week 4 is where we start to kind of look at the Grimoire book as more of a reference and less as reading chapter to chapter. So just because some of it's repetitive from the tarot book. So, and then darkness, wisdom, and renewal are the topics for December. We have that seasonal energy of Yule coming up, winter solstice, returning light, and ancestral guidance for the year's turning. So, and the study focus in Ancestral Tarot is working with spreads on inherited patterns, gifts, and lessons. What ancestral gifts wish to emerge as I move into a new year. And in the Grimoire, the December theme is Light in the Darkness. Create a Grimoire page or ritual to honor your inner flame and ancestral light. There's another, I believe this is a free course that you can check out if you would like to. Obviously, it's totally optional, and this website actually has quite a bit of great information about ancestral work, and there's a really good book by Daniel Four that he sells from his website, and then they have a really good blog as well. Okay, so that's that. Let me get back to this here. And then just some other practices here, suggested practices for the season, and creating an ancestral altar page in your grimoire with collage, tarot cards that represent your guides to the other world, photos and mementos of your ancestors, and our sigils for protection and guidance. And then for we get into the week. So week 1, we have meeting the family part 1, and week 2, we have meeting the family part 2. And that's because those chapters were actually really long chapters. So I thought, yeah, we'd just split that up, since we do have 4 months to do all of the reading, and all of the work that's in these books. But if you wanted to speed it up, you definitely could do that and work through it much more quickly. It's up to you. So this first week, again, we have Kate's article from the Kindreds magazine. We have, half of chapter 4 from Ancestral Tarot, and reviewing chapter 2 as needed or desired in the grimoire. And then doing the exercises, spreads, and journal prompts in the readings. And then these journal prompts will also be sort of like not just for your journal, but also if we want to use them as discussion questions for the chat in the Discord server. So, and then week 2 is about meeting the family part 2. And so we have a really great article from Jessica, the founder of Circle of Kindreds, where she talks about ancestral roots. And again, we've got the prompts and so forth. And so it just keeps going on through December here. And then that's the end of this one. And then at the end of December, for week 4, we'll have our winter solstice break for that whole week. But if you wanted to, actually, by the end of November, I'm hoping to have January and February posted. And then you can move on that week if you want. If you don't want to take the full week for a break and do traveling or family stuff or whatever, you got a lot of time on your hands, you can definitely do more. December 20th, we are going to do a new moon meal rite, a ritual in the Discord Kindred's voice chat. And I'll have some more information for you on that as we get closer. We also have a really fun dance ritual workout by Laura Tempest Zagraf on her YouTube page. She has several ritual workouts. It's kind of hard to say, but on her YouTube channel, and they are really, really wonderful ways of doing some witchy dancing, and getting, getting in touch with your body and that sort of thing through dance. And she's been really great with that, and she has wonderful materials as well on her blog. So so yeah, this is our syllabus so far through December. Again, do as much or as little as you'd like, and I have picked Hecate as a goddess to work with. I'll probably be working with some other goddesses and land spirits and guides throughout this work. And my next video, I'm actually going to share with you some of the spreads that I've come up with in my journal so far, for this work as we are moving along. So stay tuned for that. And thank you for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and give it a thumbs up.